Hi, welcome. Are you one of those unlucky ladies struggling through perimenopause or postmenopause and you're getting nowhere with the doctors? Me too. Let's talk about it and how you can help yourself when you're feeling unsupported by others. I don't know about you, but when perimenopause hit me, I was blindsided and completely unaware of what was happening to me. I ran to the doctor frequently, and had perimenopause been mentioned to me even once, those early years would have been very different for me, in a good way, but that's not what happened. Instead, I was dismissed and told it was just anxiety, and when I discovered perimenopause online and suggested it, I was told that I was too young and still having periods, so it couldn't be menopause, and that menopause didn't cause a list of symptoms. This went on for years, and I'm not alone. I hear similar stories from women daily. This is a common occurrence for middle-aged women all over the world, and it's frustrating and unfair. The sad truth is that most medical professionals are not educated or knowledgeable about menopause, so finding a menopause specialist is extremely difficult. If you're one of those lucky ladies that has found a menopause doctor, you're very blessed and I'm envious. I'm now in postmenopause, and other than the odd test that I was sent for to prove to me that I was fine, I pretty much navigated menopause all alone. So what can you do if you're getting nowhere with the doctor and you need help? Here are the 4 things that I did to get through the last 8 years of my life and eventually start feeling better and functioning again. Hopefully applying them to your life will help you too. The first thing I did was learn everything I possibly could about perimenopause on my own. I spent hours and hours pouring through information and piecing things together until I felt I had a pretty good understanding about what was happening to me. Then I went to the doctor sporadically to ask for specific tests to rule other things out and assure myself that my concerns were indeed menopause related. That helped me get some of the medical care that I needed without the doctor thinking I was nuts, and alleviated some of my anxiety over the constant symptoms, because there were many. Knowledge is power, so learn as much as you can whenever you can. After doing a ridiculous amount of research, the most significant changes in midlife that I felt were having the biggest impact on menopausal women were changes to estrogen levels, collagen levels, and the gut microbiome. So I used those as a base for the second thing I did to help myself, the trial and error period. I must admit that for a good year, I was all over the place and went through a lot of supplements and even more money. My cupboard was full of potions, pills, and powders that weren't doing much of anything until I finally discovered a few really good products that were making a big difference, which I'll mention in a bit. I went through the same trial and error with diet, exercise, sleep hygiene, stress reduction, and so on, until the puzzle pieces started to fall into place and I started to feel some real improvements. It took a great deal of time and patience, and I continue to try new things when I learn and discover new things. There's always room to pivot, and it's often necessary in menopause. After I settled on a few quality supplements and effective lifestyle changes, I put a plan in place that I thought would make the biggest difference to how I felt and functioned and would improve the most symptoms, and I committed to being consistent. For those that are interested in what's working for me, here's a quick rundown of my menopause plan. My diet is mostly Mediterranean and whole food centered. I do indulge occasionally because I am human, but 80% of the time I eat clean and balance my meals with whole foods, healthy fats, and protein. I've moved more towards strength training and less on mat workouts, and I'm focusing more on lifting weights and building muscle. Nothing high intensity that will raise cortisol. Reasonable workouts, and I'm walking whenever I can. I found 2 liquid collagens that are working incredibly well for fat burning, anti-aging, and alleviating a lot of my body-wide discomforts, so I take them daily. I also take a really good pre-pro postbiotic that I like to help maintain my gut health, vitamin D, magnesium, B12, and I eat chia seeds daily for omega-3s, among other things, and use a couple of really good plant-based proteins to ensure that I'm getting adequate protein. I have a really good sleep routine that consists of getting light in my eyes first thing in the morning and keeping my house dimmed at night to keep my circadian rhythm healthy, blue light blocking glasses, no stressful activities at night, A very dark bedroom, a fan for rhythmic noise, no eating before bed, a cool room, and a fairly consistent bedtime. This helps me sleep 5 hours in a row most nights, and I'm often able to fall back to sleep for a short while, which is a huge improvement for me, and quality sleep makes a big difference to how you feel and function. I also do my best to alleviate stress whenever I can. I live my midlife a bit differently to keep anxiety as low as possible, which helps with my health, my nervous system, and my symptoms. The fourth thing I changed to help myself through menopause was form connections with other menopausal women. I spent years living alone in fear and it wasn't serving me well. So I created this channel and support groups and grew followings on other social media platforms, and I speak to many of you every day. It's made a profound positive difference in my life. Try to connect with other menopausal women going through a similar journey, whether that's in person or online. It helps to share experiences and know that you're not alone. Doctors have been, for the most part, disappointing and unhelpful for many of us, but there are ways for us to help ourselves until we find that gem of a doctor that's menopause trained and offers us the care that we deserve. What changes have you made in your life that are helping you get through menopause? Share in the comments. It may help others. I wish health, happiness, and peace of body and mind for each of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.